Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Escape from Tarkov 0.16. That is the code, the internal code of the new wipe. The game wiped yesterday. That means that we are now on our 7th or 8th wipe, I think. Can't remember myself actually. I bought the game somewhere in February 2020, I think. EOD, and then later upgraded to Unheard Edition. But it's a bit of a special wipe, let's put it that way. We knew it was going to be somewhere around New Year. To be honest, I thought it was going to be somewhere early January, but they surprised us a little bit with suddenly announcing the wipe. This is our daily gift for day 2. Prepper is still sending us stuff. Now, some of the things, as you can see, are looking very strange. Some of the healing devices, it looks like they are zoomed out. That probably has to do with the fact that one of the changes they made is they switched from Unity 2019 to Unity 22. Unity 2022, which means they basically upgraded or the new game engine in a way. Performance-wise, it's not going to give you more FPS. As on the contrary, the game is not running that smooth. I, for instance, had like at a certain moment yesterday 50-60 FPS on customs, where you normally get like 80-90 at least, offline even over 100 in an offline rate. Even in an offline rate, I was getting 70 or 80 yesterday. So they changed a few things, but what is the cause of it, I don't know. Because it is winter season in this new patch, which means there is snow, which is obviously going to cost you some performance. They made big changes on customs, as we will go and have a look at. And they made some other changes as well. Last wipe already, they came up with the lock and pin things in your stash, so you can lock cases. Talking about cases, this is the streamer item case. That was that thing. There were two ways of getting it. The first way, they did like some sort of Twitch drop thing event, and if you subscribe to one of the channels who were streaming Tarkov, you could get your hands on that streamer case. If you are in that group when you subscribe to a channel, then you can just go to the website and collect this box again. You log on the EFT website, you will see it in gifts. That thing is available there, so you have to claim it there to get it back into your game. If you did not subscribe during that event onto one of the channels, then I believe you have to do a quest to get this box, and that quest will also come back every wipe. But yeah, a new wipe, that means that we have to reclaim this. I believe there's also some Christmas or New Year's gift, but I haven't seen that on the website yet, so I'm guessing they still have to update the website. Other than that, they made some significant changes. One of the biggest ones, of course, is the Flea Market. The Flea Market is not available. Now, that can be taken with a pinch of salt, because something went completely wrong yesterday when the game wiped, and it took a while before they actually realized it. But apparently, I didn't notice if I didn't check, to be honest. I was assuming that the Flea Market was not available. It is available in such a way that your traders, you can buy things if you click on Flea Market. But apparently, for some people, in the first hour or whatever of the wipe, the Flea Market was available. So you see all kind of crazy stuff happening, where people used all their rubles that they had to buy labs entry key cards, because they still had Flea Market. So they bought some labs entry key cards while all of us were running around like an idiot on ground zero to get our initial quest done. These guys were running labs, and they had all the loot over there because nobody has labs key cards. Some other people used all their rubles to buy Mark's room keys or any other quest keys because they still had the flea market available. Because they made the mistake of not blocking the flea market or not resetting it, or I don't know what happened. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the flea market should not be available as intended for the first 2 weeks. And you start playing and you think like, yeah, whatever. But if you start thinking about it, that is going to change the whole game. Because all of these things here that we are picking up out there on the map, we have them sitting in here. Things like this, very simple. A little owl. You need it to build up your laboratory. Some people couldn't find it for the sake of it. I'm one of those. In the last 2 wipes, I could not find that little owl. I usually have to grind to level 15 when the flea market becomes available. Then I could just go to the flea market and buy that thing and start up my station. Not this wipe. Another significant change is that everything in the hideout needs to be found in raid to build the stations. That also means that they will have no value at all on the flea market whenever the flea market becomes available. Like for instance here, I have the toilet paper, I have the owl this wipe, luckily for me. Last 2 wipes I had to wait till I had flea market to get that stupid little owl. Now it seems to be a problem with the toothpaste. I found the other toothpaste, but also that has changed. Some of these barter trades with it, like for instance, take an example as the toothpaste here. If we go to the traders, you have this barter is available. If you find 2 of these orthodontox toothpastes, 2 of these you can trade for a normal toothpaste. That was one way of getting that toothpaste to start up your laboratory. If you do a barter trade with the traders, this thing is not found in raid. This barter has no meaning at all at the moment. That is something, I don't know. Maybe they need to make a change that the barters are also found in raid. I don't know what the consequences of that could be, but this thing has no meaning at the moment. It used to have the meaning that if you found 2 of these, then you could get your normal toothpaste to start up your laboratory. No longer the case. This is not found in raid. So although I am missing my toothpaste here, yeah, lucky me, I'm gonna have to find it. You can also, as far as I know, not craft it. So, because if you craft something, that is found in raid. Now, what does that mean for the flea market? Whenever it becomes available? Quite a lot. Because that means that none of these things are gonna have value on the flea market. Nobody is gonna buy this because nobody will buy a non-found in raid item, because these needs to be found in raid. And that goes for all the stations, right? Relays, power cords, salt, all that stuff that I need here. The salt is not gonna have any value. The power cord will have a lot of value, and I will show you in a second why. Not because of these reasons, that will not be the case, but because of other reasons. For instance, you can craft wires. You need, I think, somewhere about 70 to 80 wires in total, found in raid, to build up all these stations, level 1, level 2, level 3 hideout stations. I think you need more than 80 of these wires. So people are gonna craft this thing like crazy, which means that the crafting recipe, those items, are gonna have a lot of value on the market. Blue tape, T-plugs, wires, nails, power cords, this is sort of a triple rotation that you can do. So all of these crafting items, that's where your money is gonna be on the flea market. If you think about it, because these do not need to be found in raid. So if people want to craft wires, they need power cords. They can make power cords, they can make it with T-plugs and blue tape. So power cords, blue tape, T-plugs, nails, they are gonna have value on the market. Because people can use those to craft the T-plugs, to craft the power cords, to craft the wires. It's sort of a rotational thing here. The same goes for, I don't have my nutrition yet. Otherwise I could show you the tuchonkas. You need 15 tuchonkas for therapists found in raid. Whatever is needed, I think it's something like crackers and and croutons and things like that that you need to make the tuchonkas, those things are gonna have a lot of value on the market because those are needed to craft those tuchonkas. And that goes for every station out there which has crafts available. What I've also seen is that on day 2 the Christmas tree is up and running. So we can build our Christmas tree. I think it will only be available for a week till the drops are over. I'm guessing December 7th. So you need a red, a purple and a white Christmas ball to craft that. I can apparently construct the rest space. Something else. I can't remember exactly what station it is, but one of these stations needs a found in raid factory map. You cannot just buy it from Therapist because that's not found in raid. And that's why I advise you, think about those things and keep your rewards from your quest very important. If I can find it somewhere, there it is. Found in raid factory map. One of the early quests, I think it is from Therapist. I think it's the one where you have to find 3 mats on ground 0. One of those quests gives you a factory map found in raid. Keep that factory map found in raid. You need it for one of your stations. Otherwise, good luck finding a factory map out there. They are spawning sometimes on a scav, or you can find them on the map here or there. Those kind of things, keep those things in mind. You may want to have a look at the wiki to see all of these different level stations of your hideout to see what you actually need. Make sure you have some of these things available. Lytics for med station level 3, you cannot just buy on the market your lytics. You're gonna have to find it in raid. So you need to have 2 found in raid now, one for crisis and one for your med station level 3. Those are big changes. There are also some Christmas events going, and that means Christmas events is some new quest lines. Basically, you have these fairs which are around every of the maps. You have to go there and sort of discover that. That is one of the quest lines. Hide in plain sight on Lighthouse, on Customs, on Reserve, and so on. We'll do a quick offline raid on Customs, and we'll show you where it is. And then you have Christmas dinner, where you need to find all of these things. There are a couple of small Christmas trees inside warehouses all over the place. And around those little Christmas trees is exactly where you can find these things. They are spawning constantly around those things. So that's where you will find them, because otherwise you're gonna have to search for stashes or whatnot to find these things. So this looks to be like, my god, that's gonna take a while to find it. Not so much if you look around the Christmas trees. Why is this an important quest? Well, it gives you 3 60 round mags, which means you do not have to craft them. Ice cream cones or gunsmith number 2, you need one of these 60 round mags. It gives you 3 of these 60 round mags. So quite important in that way, these new quest lines. They are not that hard to do, and there also seems to be a problem with your scav. If you do your scav run and you extract, no problem, just like before. 20 minutes countdown. If you die, you have your scavs still available. I don't know if that's intentional or if it's a bug. They mentioned something about doing some fixes, and one of these scav time going to 0 was mentioned there. So I'm guessing it's a bug. But what is happening at the moment, as far as I know, they have not upgraded yet. I saw there was an update on Arena already, because there is also apparently, as every wipe again, there is a problem between the synchronization between Arena and the normal EFT, which should work. If you grind 10 levels in Arena and then come to this game, you should be level 10 in this game as well. But apparently that's not working. So that is something they're working on. They're gonna do a couple of technical updates in the upcoming hours and days. If you use your scav, you die, you still have your scav available. You can do it again. So you basically, you can run your scav run till you extract at the moment. So keep an eye on that. We're gonna go PMC. We're gonna do a quick customs raid because I want to show you something else. So we're gonna enable the offline, and we're gonna make sure that nothing bothers us. What I haven't checked is my graphical settings, because there was also a problem with that yesterday. I made changes to it because by default it had to reset some of these. I made some changes to it and it did not want to save. But then I tried it a few more times, and then in the evening somewhere, then suddenly it saved. But I haven't checked now because this is the second day that I log on. I haven't checked. We will check once we are in the game. With all the snow and everything like that, I'm just running the textures on medium now at the moment. I don't have the latest processors and whatnot, but I do have an i9 processor with an RTX 2080 Ti. On a map like Customs, I should get 80, 90 FPS. In an offline rate, I should be over 100. That was not the case yesterday. And there's also some other thing that, like, I was using a key for the VoIP, the greater than and smaller than key, which is now not recognized by the game. So I had to put my VoIP on some other button. Okay, so let's see. Medium, it seems to save. It seems to save now. Because, for instance, the ABA was on high performance every time I booted up the game yesterday. Could not change it. I always have that off, but for some reason or another. But now it seems to save. It seems to save everything that I changed yesterday. So. Now I need to think what I did. I think I put it on Alt Shift. Yeah. FPS 1. 80 FPS. $85. Yeah. Seems to have changed something at least. What I'm doing here is put the you put the console with the console key. You press FPS 1. You can put up the FPS. If you put in FPS 2, then you can get the FPS and your packet loss and whatnot. If you have put FPS 0, then you put it up again. That's in the console. There are also Christmas lights all over, as you can see. And that means in a lot of these warehouses, we'll check in here, you will find Christmas trees. Let's see if there's one here. Probably not. I'm gonna move over a bit. They also messed with the audio. I don't know. Some people seem to like it, other people not. I am not a fan of it. We had situations yesterday where I'm sort of, let's say like this. We have the snow here. I can hear shooting like 100, 150, 200 meters away from me. A guy walks up behind me in the snow, shoots me in the back. I did not hear him. And that is because they made some changes on the audio, which I think people say the binaural is gone. From what I make of it, the binaural is not gone. The binaural is by default on, and that's why you have these strange echoing sounds where you hear things 200 meters away, but the guy next to you cannot hear, which is not great. Warehouse 4, no big changes on this side. There are a few changes though. You know, the jump over here from New Gas to this side, behind this truck here, they have opened that up. So this is no longer a jump over, they can just jump through the hole here now. The other thing I've noticed is you can't jump that much anymore. Where you normally would jump, you now have to use vault the whole time. That is something that I've noticed. But if we for instance check inside New Gas, I assume there will be a Christmas tree. It's probably one of those places where there is one. I haven't checked it actually yet. Yeah, there it is. So you have these little Christmas trees. They are inside buildings. And if I don't know in this offline example, but if you check around it, you can find all kind of stuff around it. In online raids, you will find all kind of stuff around it. And those are the things that you need for those new quest lines. But that's okay. Now we're on the wrong side of here. Also dead bodies, they are now spawning elsewhere than you would expect them. I don't know what time I selected, but it's pretty dark. Here we come to the biggest change on customs. Customs were the map which ran pretty smooth. Also rotational wise, it went pretty smooth. Completely changed now. You are gonna get shot here, you're gonna get people saying, oh, hackers and cheaters, and oh, I've got one tapped out of nowhere. Yeah, just taking in consideration that is going to happen a lot on customs. Why? Well, look at this. This is number one. The fence is open, which means you have angles over here, which means you can jump over the wall this way. So you have people here which you were not expecting because there could not be anybody here normally. They have opened this gate. There are some dead bodies hanging over the bridge over there. Probably a new quest line or so that you need to do something with that guy. You have the first building over here, which is now opened. Sniper's towers are now 3 towers where you can get on at least a certain level. You can get inside these buildings. Another Christmas tree here. Seems to be that in offline raid it doesn't spawn any of these things, but what you're gonna find here is the vodka, the whiskey, the devil's dog mayonnaise, the jar of pickles. All of these things you find on these little trees inside warehouses. I think that's also why they put them inside warehouses, so that people will loot more. People gonna loot more anyway because of the hideout changes. You need more items, you need to loot more. That also means that people stay longer in raids. Yeah, these buildings are crazy. You find a lot of weapon crates, things like that in here. You can, pretty much in every building, you can go up at least 1 level, sometimes 2. What is the result of that? Well, I think you can already see it. You have a freaking sniper angle over here on new gas. You want to kill Rishala and the boys? Perfect angle. You want to kill some players coming from boiler side? Perfect angle. If you have a sniper here with a big scope, you're gonna get shot from all over the place in this new customs map. There are some duffel bags and whatnot as well, of course. It also, you run around construction site. The sniper's building over there. That sniper's building is also open. I think it has 7 different entry doors. One of them is a new co-op, the border site. I will show you in a second. You can go up here. If you think you're done, no way. There is somewhere an office here where it plays music. Not in this offline example by the looks of it. This radio is normally playing music. You have weapon crates here, duffel bags. It seems to be an office. Which of the traders is hanging around on customs? I think Skier. This is probably Skier's office, I would think. If he ever comes into the raid, just like some of the other traders will. Hello, construction site. Hello, stronghold. Another angle on stronghold. This is the most angled place in the world now on customs. This is just one example. That building is open. That building is open. Several levels, several angles, several windows. Everything is looking over here. If you need cultists, if you need dragoons. I don't know if they're still spawning here, but if they are, you have so many angles on them. Shooter born in heaven. Whoever tells us this wipe that they cannot finish Shooter born in heaven on customs, then you're doing something wrong. Then you are doing something wrong. There are so many angles now on this new customs map that it's not even crazy. They made some other changes on other buildings as well. Like here I already have the problem. How do you get out of this place? There are like, some of these are really a labyrinth that you really need to think like, how did I get in? I think I came in from the top and then run to the other side and something like that. It's even a higher level look over on the new gas station. This is the sniper's towers. As you can see, there is some things over here where you can get on. Another door. Many doors into these buildings. This is the container where you used to walk through. This thing was so you go left there, you can get in there. Another way to get to construction. This is sniper's tower. You can get up. I don't know how high you can get up, but you can get up. Another angle on new gas. An angle on the dorms. An angle on the road. An angle on construction. Other angles on stronghold. There are also it's full of weapon crates here. I don't know over here, but in the online raid, weapon crate here, weapon crate there, weapon crate in the corners as well, if I remember. Also there, be aware, there can be a guy in that window. You can get there. Customs is crazy. It's cool, you have more cover in a way because the buildings are open. On the other hand, I think you're gonna get frustrated very quickly once you start getting one tapped out of nowhere several times. You could sort of maneuver yourself between the trains here to have a little bit of protection. Previous wipes, there's no protection now. You can get shot from that building, you can get shot from that building, you can get shot from the sniper's towers, you can get shot from over there. Stronghold has the most angles on this in the whole of customs now. Going over here, this building, open. You can go through the window over there. You can go through this door. We will go through this door. Why through this door? Pocket watch truck. Another one. I think there are 4 windows looking at the pocket watch truck. There were several levels on this building and the building next door as well. So just picking up the pocket watch online is gonna be a pain. Now, why am I watching here on the crane? So we have a pocket watch truck over there, crane over there. There is a door behind us. Go in it. Go left. And you go down. This is the boiler co-op extraction. There we go. The boiler room basement co-op. This is a new co-op extraction that you can take, which means a scav player with a PMC. So that's how to get there. And it's the fastest way to get there. It's through this door, I guess, right? Pocket watch truck, take this door, go left, go down, you will find it. But just can keep walking on. Open a few more doors. You can get very quickly here you have angles on the pocket watch truck. We are on the lowest level. You can also go up there. You get more angles on the pocket watch truck. More doors. There are 6 or 7 doors into this building. There's one here, there's one there. On the back as well, a couple of doors to get in. So this is elbow over here. Several ways to get to the pocket watch truck. That is also something, of course, if you have this quest, there are several ways to get here. You can check this building and see if everything is clear inside, see if everything around the truck is clear before you pick up the pocket watch. And even if somebody's trying to shoot you from on the hill over there or whatever, you have ways of getting away here very quickly. Because you can get into that building, and if I'm not mistaken, you can also get into this building. Same way. Also here, you can go up several levels. Gives you an angle on big red side even. Not the best angles, but hey, it gives you an angle. There's some loot here and there. Another office. Computers, I don't think you can loot them, those white ones, but... Also here, other doors. Those garage doors, or whatever you want to call them, they can also open. Over here you might find some relays and things like that. This looks a bit like the reserve things, right? Maybe you find some good loot there. So yeah, another building open here. Container. Here are some of these doors. Yep, open. Another way in. Also this door opens. 6, 7 different doors of getting into this place. Can get up. Be aware, these orange canisters, remember the last zombie event? You can find these things all over the place. They do explode in some. Some more stuff over there. If you wonder where we are. Don't use that bridge anymore. Just don't. Shooter born in heaven guys are gonna sit here. They have an angle on that bridge. If you cross over that bridge, just use the land bridges down below. You're gonna get shooter born in heaven on that bridge many, many, many times. Now I went around, but there's probably another door over here. Yeah, there is. There's a right door there as well. There are so many doors that I haven't even found all of them either. You can also, inside those buildings, sometimes you go up and then you go down and then you go up again and then you get completely lost in those buildings. These are these fares that you can find on every map. In customs, that means it is right here. Now, what can you find? You have all, as you can see, hide in plain sight pops up. It's one of those positions. Here on these things, in online raids, you can find things on these gifts. On every of these gifts, you will find deviled up mayonnaise, the Jack Daniels, all those things that you need. I picked up several things already online, so but oh, there we go, kitty cat. Every of these parcels, and then the big one is, of course, this is the Christmas tree itself. You find one of these Jack Daniels fuel cans. I'm not sure what the point of this one is. That might be also quest related, or you can just use it in your hideout as a can of fuel. It's special 40 degrees fuel, so I'm guessing you need it for something else. I also saw we had a purple firework flare, so that's probably something to do with a New Year's event or something, where we're gonna have to shoot the fireworks at midnight or whatever. There's not much happening here, but in online raid you will find several of these items that you need. Sniper's roadblock, one of these extractions. Used to be just in the corner, picking it up. Now you can go in here. So I think the extraction is now probably in the bus. Or maybe it's a new transit to from customs to reserve. Maybe this is the new one. I haven't checked it yet. There's all kind of things happening here. Not exactly sure where we are looking at, but or it is a connection between customs and interchange over there. That is also a possibility. The idea shopping mall is over there, so. But I think it's gonna be interchange customs to shoreline. I think. Not 100% sure, but there is apparently a new transit from shoreline to customs. So it would not surprise me that from the customs side that it is here, because we cannot go any further. You can see all these things here, but you cannot go there. You can go through the bus if you want, but you cannot go down. It's like a hidden wall, so you cannot go any further. Maybe this is one where, you know, whenever they decide to open the maps, well, they are doing it sort of with the transits. That's the way to do it. Now, something else. There you have some new exfils. You can see all of these exfils here, but you also see that one is missing. And that's the smuggler's boat. And why is that missing? Because the smuggler's boat is now a private extraction. It's one of those new, you know how it worked, the smoke is up, then that thing is open. But as you can see, over here. On my extractions, although the smoke is up, there's no smuggler's boat here. I should not be able to extract here. And that is because you can find nodes in this specific raid. You can find a node, and if that node has a code word, you can come here, and I think the node is called Smuggler's Bunker or something. You can come here, you can press F or in whatever your indirect key or button is, you can press that, you hand over the node and you can extract here. You have a private extraction. And that private extraction is available for you and for your group members. If you play in a group of 2 or 3 or whatever, also they will have that extraction available. But you do need to find the node in the raid. Same goes on other maps. On streets it is the basement descent behind post office. That is the private extraction over there. So it's not like they're not new extractions in such a way that you don't know where they are. They were existing exfils, which they have removed one, and that is the private one on that map. So yeah, you have the fairs. Every of those maps mentioned in the quest line, hide inside plain or plain sight or whatever it's called, that is available. Now I'm running to the big red side. I'm also thinking, oh yeah, I see a railroad passage here. That is actually a green flare extract, but as far as I know it's bugged. I don't know which railroad it actually is, but I have already heard that it's bugged. You shoot a green flare and there is a invisible sniper as usual with the green flares. And you shoot that thing, but apparently the sniper still shoots you. So apparently the one on customs, which is the railroad passage, is a new green flare extract. But apparently it is not working. So I would not use it. But I think it's on the other side of the map. I think it's the military railroad thing there somewhere. They've lighted up some of these trucks. There are some in the back over there, which are like the Coca-Cola trucks, but they don't have the license. So in this game, it's the Tarcola trucks. Big Red, there is a Christmas tree over here again. All kind of presents around it. There you can see the sausage needed for the quest. Some condensed milk, not sure what that is about because we don't need that. But I found, like yesterday, here for instance in Big Red, I found 2 jars of devil mayonnaise, a jar of pickles, a Jack Daniels, or a vodka. I think it was a vodka. Didn't make it out with that rate anyway, but 1. Also loot everywhere, especially inside buildings this wipe. As long there are the Tarcola trucks. The birds are bubbling about. That usually means that Partisan is around, if you hear the birds, as far as I know. Now why am I going here? Because that's another thing. People never check these things. Check these things. Check the garage boxes because there are more Christmas trees about. I think they are usually in the same, so which kind of suggests that at the end here, number 80, I think it is, 81. Garage box number 81 has high value spawn over here sometimes. You things here, Christmas tree here again. And I will show you one more while we are here. It's pretty much all over the place inside buildings. Right there on top. This is a big one. This one has a gold spawn. You can find bitcoins over here. Also the snowmans, check around it. Snowmans can have items around them as well. Condensed milk, as you can see, gold chain. I've seen people find a bitcoin here, a clock, a cat. It is a gold spawn. You know, all of those things that you can find, it's gold spawns. Also check behind, you can find also the Christmas balls, which you need to build your Christmas tree in the hideout. You'll find on those things as well. Now, the things that look different, like this gold chain, I don't know what happened. It has something to do with the Unity, I think. The Unity update has changed some of these normal pictures visionary. It's like they are zoomed out. The S mark, the Salewas, and also the gold chains. They all made like bigger. It's one of the fixes they will do in the upcoming hours and days. So we're gonna go back to the normal. Also, a flash drive looks like some big white square thing now instead of a normal flash drive. So yeah, you have several Christmas trees. I'm assuming this is all part of the Christmas event. All these lights and all that stuff will go away. I'm assuming the snow will not go away until we hit the spring season, which is probably somewhere in February or whatever. So we will be playing in snow. So yeah, I took customs as an example because this is the map that has changed the most with all these open buildings. So yeah, things have changed for Escape from Tarkov, let that be clear. You have the Christmas trees all over the place, especially the ones inside warehouse. They have all these things that you need for that quest. Yeah, we're only level 4, we messed around a bit too much yesterday, as usually. Wipe day was rough yesterday. Took us way too long to get all the Ground Zero stuff done, so later on when we were streaming, we're probably gonna go woods, because I made sure that I had all the Ground Zero stuff done, except for the winery quest, which will come after we found the message, I think. We have to go one more time back to Ground Zero to get the winery, but I've done everything else. The car extraction, the Emercom extraction, the scientist, the HTD that we had to pick up, go to the machine guns and all those kind of things. Other than that, it's been a rough rumble. We got 3 kills pure because of audio. Got shot in the back by a guy who was walking in the snow behind me and we had no audio from him. I hear some people say like, oh yeah, the audio is not bad, it's a bit echoing, but it's not bad. I'm like, I don't know what they're playing. They must be playing with some Stream Deck and messing around with audio settings on their end itself, but in game, no, it's no good. Biggest problem, of course, is here. They removed the option to put up the binaural audio. That's what I did. I always put up the binaural audio. Then you don't have these strange things where you hear things 150 meters away and not a guy right behind you. You might still have a problem with it, but it's less than when you have that thing on. Now they removed this option because I believe by default it is on binaural audio, which is not great. The audio is, in my opinion, the worst it has been in like 4 or 5 raids. But some people seem to like it. I don't know. That must be people who are playing with a Stream Deck or something, where they're messing around with their own audio volumes, and but then you're adjusting the audio on your converter basically. But so yeah, it was a bit of a rough start, EFT 16, but the main changes are going to obviously the flea market not being available for the first 2 weeks, the hideout items having to be found in raid, which is going to change things on the market as well whenever it comes available. Those things that were going bolts and nuts and things like that that were going, they might still be okay because they're also used to craft magazine cases. So the crafting items itself, the crafting recipes, those items are going to be very hot on the market. The things you need to build stations, not so much, because they need to be found in raid. So that's a bit of a problem. What is also a problem is that they changed here that the rubles from 500,000, they can now be 1 million. There's only one problem, they do not stack. You have to manually stack them. So if you get like, from money, you complete 3 quests, you get money, you will have 3-4 different little small packs because it doesn't stack. Like it used to do. Usually it always stacked to 500,000 and then made another pile. Now you have like sometimes 6-7, if you have 6-7 quests done, then with the rewards you get like 6-7 packs of money. You need to put it manually so that you make your own million thingies. We have on Herd Edition, that's why we have all of these things. I did not buy this box, this comes with the Unheard Edition. Also these little figurines are things you can find on the Christmas trees. I have Dead Moros, which is basically the Russian Santa Claus, I think. You have cultists. Talking about Santa Claus, I haven't seen him yet, but apparently he's also running around. We have this seller thing here, which apparently goes for, is it this one or the other one, which goes for like 90,000 to the traders? I would not sell them. This is a new item, there's gotta be a reason that that thing is in here. Probably related to some of those quests. salad box, something like that. The Olivier salad box. There are also a bunch of new masks. Some sort of, yeah, it's more like Halloween mask or whatever, but also probably related to the Christmas quest line. Would not surprise me. I've seen 4 or 5 different masks already. Would not surprise me that you're gonna have to find those masks for one of the quest lines related to Christmas. We have this, this thing here. A purple flare. It says firework. So I'm guessing you need one of those also for the quest line around New Year or so, that we have to set up the firework ourselves. I don't know. The airdrops are now Santa sleigh. If you see Santa sleigh somewhere and it has a green box behind it on the sleigh, that is actually a huge airdrop. So if you see those on the map, make sure you interact with that box, because that box is almost as big as this. A full page of all kind of stuff in there. And other than that, yeah, we're gonna have to figure it out as we go, but there are some, like here I am keeping things where I'm pretty sure they're not worth anything. Like these owls, I don't need 3 owls. I just need 1 to build up my lavatory. The other 2 I would normally sell on the market, because some people might not find the owl and need it for their lavatory. That has no value now, because it's not found in raid for those people. So that is also something. T-plugs and so they might sell, because with the T-plugs you eventually it leads to power cords, and power cords leads to wires. You need 70-80 wires. So power cords, T-plugs, nails, they're gonna have a high value. Everything which is needed to craft certain things, like wires. You need so many wires, you cannot bring them all out of raid. People are gonna craft, you can craft 8 wires at the same time. And you need, give me a second, if I can find it. There we go. So yeah, everything you need to build these stations. Now, I don't know what's going on with the Christmas tree, because according to the schedule we have here, the Christmas tree only required generator 1. I had generator 1 yesterday, the Christmas tree was not there. It only showed up today in my hideout, so I'm not sure. Maybe you need to play a day or so before it shows up. But that's only the silver barrel to actually build it. What is a Christmas tree? It's normally a crafting station, available usually till the Orthodox Christmas, which is on January 7th or 8th. Usually a few days after that, they remove the Christmas tree out of the hideout. So what is important is this kind of stuff. What do you need found in raid? If we look at the wires, for instance, you need 100 wires plus 5 found in raid. That means that at this moment in time, you need 105 found in raid wires to build all your stations in. This is a personal document that I made and updated every of the last 4 patches. So this is for patch 15. It's updated also with the newest quests and whatnot. Obviously not for the wipe from yesterday. This is a work in progress now. But what you find here on the second tab, I will obviously put a link of the document in here. What you can find here is all the found in raid items. But some were not found in raid for your, like here, you see 11 plus 8 found in raid. You need 8 found in raid for a mechanic quest, I think it is. But these 11 here, you need 1 for the generator, level 1, and you need 10 for generator level 3. Those are now also found in raid. So whatever you find here on this list, if you check in this document now, it's all found in raid now. So it's not like for instance here, 5 plus 1 found in raid. They are now 6 found in raid that you need. Because you need 3 for solar power and you need 2 for security level 3. Level 3 station security, you need 2, and level 1 solar power, you need 3. So you need 5 found in raid working LCDs now, plus another 1 for a quest. So that's sort of how this schedule works. You can see it here. It says 5 plus found in raid, 3 for solar power, 2 for security, 1 for a mechanic quest. So that's now basically what you see here. You can now just, I can remove the founding rate and just add up the numbers. The wires is now 105 founding rate. And there are some other things where you need a bunch from. Where did I just saw here? Markers, you need 55 markers. They don't need to be founding rate, but what else is something that you need like quite a lot? Yeah, here, power cords. 34 founding rate. You can craft them in combination with, it's like that triple rotation thing there with the T-plug, the power cord, the wires. You can constantly rotate those crafts. But that also means that the T-plugs, the power cords, the nails which are needed to make the T-plugs, I think, those are going to have a high value on the flea market, for sure. More than all of that other stuff, like a ratchet and so. It's not going to sell on the market because you only need one founding rate for the water collector, that's it. Unless you have a normal edition, then you also need 2 for level 4 stash. But level 4 stash is not counted here because most people have level 4 stash. A lot of people out there have either EOD or unheard. Then you have maximum stash. So yeah, that is this. And then you have all the keys. As usual with every wipe, there are probably some new keys. It would not surprise me that one of those new buildings on customs has somewhere a locked door that might require a key. As soon as we are aware of it, we will update this, obviously. These are all the keys for customs, labs, interchange, all the ones for resort. A bunch of them, as you can see, are scratched. That's because the door is open. You don't need that key. But the key do exist in the game. They're useless. And then also the rest for streets, for ground zero and terminal, and yeah, town and suburbs. I guess that went away, but I don't know. Maybe it might be later as a DLC once the game released. We know that terminal will be the last map before 1.0. Or it comes along with 1.0. That will be terminal, the final map of the story. But at some point there was town, which was north of Lighthouse, and there was suburbs, which was somewhere a part of the streets. But then they removed that from the map in game. So are these two maps still gonna come later on? They were originally planned as some sort of DLC maps. And then we have the quest line. Obviously also more than likely will be adjusted. As soon as I find new quests, I will put them in here. This is updated with the latest patch 0.15. What is not in here are special event quest lines and things like that. Like the Christmas is not in here. This is just a Christmas quest line. Once the Christmas trees are going, and then that quest line, like for instance, if there would be another wipe, let's say in June, you're not going to have that Christmas tree line quest line. So those are not in here. These are the normal quest lines, including the ones they added last wipe. Obviously, with this new wipe being around, we're going to have to adjust this. We will update this document as we go. The hideout was a bit differently on this page. In the beginning I had all the items listed, but it became a bit of a mess, so I made it in such a way that you can see it, at least on a 27-inch screen, in one page now, and the link is to the escape from Tarkov. Yes, we accept the cookies. Jesus Christ. And then you can say like, okay, what do I need for, let's say for generator? Just click on generator. It shows you whatever you need for every 3 of the levels. So it will take you to the hideout page, basically. So that's how I did it now. So I adjusted this, just give you the overall schedule, what all the different stages and how do you unlock them. It pretty much means that anything of this column, you need something from that column to be able to do it. So you cannot do Hall of Fame 1 before you have generator 2, pretty much. That's sort of how that works. But sometimes you need 2 or 3 stations from that column to be able to get this thing, for instance. That's sort of, it's just a general overview of the whole hideout. And if you want specific things, you just click on this link, click on the picture, and then it will immediately take you to the wiki page. The same goes for the latest added quests, right? Let's see if I can find something here or there. Yeah, like for instance here, new day, new paths. That was a new quest for 0.15. Then if it was a new quest for the latest patch, then I have also a link to the wiki page so that you can read what you need to do. Not for the older quests, because the older quests people usually know about. Of course, if we are 0.16, we're gonna have to update this document again. But I will put it in the description of the video, that you can at least start with this if you want. And then if there are new quests, obviously they might show up on your screen and not in this document. We work as fast as we can, but we also want to play a little bit, right? So it usually takes about a month or so before we have fully updated it with all the information we have. That will be no different in this wipe, obviously. That will be it for this one, I think. Some major changes, especially on customs. There are also some changes on woods. We already had that train station where you could sort of climb under the train to get there, previous wipe at the end. That is now just open. The BTR even drives to there. There's also a new quest line from the BTR driver, which will give you the all-wheel drive achievement. Why do you need the all-wheel drive achievement? Well, for instance, for something new in your hideout as well is the customization. But you cannot just customize it with what you want. It's a new tab over here. Hideout customization. So we just have the basic walls, but if you complete disease history, you can get red walls. If you complete ready for anything, you can get blue walls, and it keeps going like that. Some of them here complete the task dandies to get a wooden wall of some sort. It looks to be like the dandies is, I think, a level 50 or level 55 quest, so it might be a while before you get there. There's even worse things happening here. Here you need to reach level 10 to get the orange walls. This is some sort of brick wall. You need prestige level 2. So some of these updates here in your hideout, you can make your hideout very fancy, but you're gonna have to play very hard. You need level 50, level 55 quests. You need prestige 2. I believe you need to get Kappa to get prestige. And then you're only prestige 1. Then you have to do it again, a bunch of quests to get to prestige 2. Before you can get that completely brick wall or whatever it is. The same goes for the floor, the ceiling, the shooting range. You can change your targets with a bullseye or some bottles or some animals, or also here you need to do the survivalist path, wounded beast. Here you need huntsman path, big game. So it's related to certain quests, and these things will unlock. And then you can customize your shooting range. Posters, I'm not sure how this shit works, to be honest. Generator 0 of 2, does that mean that you need generator 2? Or does that mean that the generator can have 2 posters? I haven't figured it out yet. It's something weird. You can click on these things which you have available. The other stations we still don't have available, but like here it says heating 0 of 3. So does that mean... Or is this where you need to pick up some poster or so and turn them in here? Or do you need heating level 3 to get the 3 posters? I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. It seems to me like you can put something in here. So you can put something in here, and if you have all 3 of them, then you have 3 out of 3, and then you will get a poster on your heating or so. But yeah, we have level 1 heating, so, but what does that mean? We're gonna get posters on the wall here, or on the heating device itself, or do we need level 3? Then it is fully built. That will have posters on it, or something like that. The same with your TV and your rest space, probably some things on the wall. I don't know, it's customizable. That was something that we have figured out meanwhile, but how, and it's in this menu here, but also have figurines you can put on tables and things like that. I'm assuming the figurines are the normal Hall of Fame things that you can put up there. Like here, shooting range 0 of 1. We have shooting range on level 1, so does that mean... Objective, shooting range level 3, 1 out of 3. So we need shooting range level 3, and then... I don't know. Does that mean that you need to have 3 of these things available, and that you can then put them in your shooting range things over here? Shooting range level 2, 1 out of 2. So yeah, there is something you can put in these slots by the looks of it. Maybe some figurines, maybe some special things. I don't know. It's I haven't figured it out yet. Like here we have security, 3 levels. Level 1, level 2, level 3. So we have level 1. But then we need to put something in here, it looks to be. Well, I don't know what we need to put in here. A figurine or a poster or something we find, or a note or something we find on the... I don't know. We're gonna have to figure that out, I guess. So that is also a thing which is happening in the hideout. So yeah, big changes in the hideout. Everything needs to be found in raid to build the stations. That's a big change. Also means those things will have no value on the flea market. Crafting recipes are gonna have... That's what your money is on the flea market. Everything needed to craft things. GPU will still have its value because you can. Those are not need to be found in raid to get them into your Bitcoin farm. So they will still have value. Athletics to build the med station 3 needs to be found in raid. That thing will not have that much value anymore, because you need one for crisis, needs to be found in raid. You need one for the med station, needs to be found in raid. Why would you buy athletics? Unless for a certain barter trade or so, maybe. Because nobody needs a non-found in raid athletics. Except for maybe a potential barter trade. There are some barter trades available here or there with athletics. Which also means that flea market not being around, there is also not much point in playing AFT Arena to grind out too quickly to get to level 15. Next to that, there's apparently a bug with the synchronization, so it probably doesn't work anyway. The only thing it might be interesting to play Arena is you can get your daily GP coins and what is it, the 1 million or 1.5 million rubles that you can transfer. It's a way to get money into this if you're a bit low on money. We're still hanging around 1 million. That's because we have a Hurt edition. We started with 1 million. If you have one of the lower 3 editions, the base, Left Behind or Prepare to Escape, then you only start with 500,000, I think. If you have Edge of Darkness or Unhurt, then you start with 1 million. Same with the Gamma container and all that stuff. Not has changed. You can change this into the normal Gamma, I think. This is the Unhurt edition, but there's something that you can change that if you want. That will be it for this one. A bit of a different wipe, which we probably haven't seen the final details of yet, because we are thinking as we go. But the thing with the flea market, some things will have no value. I think it will become more and more clear once the flea market becomes available, which will be after 2 weeks. So then we're talking about January 7th, January 8th, something like that. When the drops are over, that's probably when the flea market will become available. And then we're gonna have to figure it out, but my first initial thought is that crafting recipes will have value. A lot of more value than before. Things which you need to build the stations will have way less value because they now need to be found in raid. People will not buy that on the market. They will not buy their salt and their owls and unless it's used for the craft. W40s, people will not buy that. It needs to be found in raid now. Things like that. Anyway, we're gonna leave it at this. My first initial thoughts, and had a look around on the new customs in this video. Other than that, we're streaming. There are drops available from December 30th till January 4th on EFT, and from January 4th till January 8th on EFT Arena on Twitch. So it's 8-9 days of drops. We will see. You could apply till I think tomorrow 2 p.m. UTC. I think you can apply. Also that, just apply on the website. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah. So if you can go to the Tarkov website, you can click on Twitch drops. You can click on participate. And then you can select 2 slots that you would like to stream. They are 12-hour stream, 12-hour slots. If you are on the list and select that and you get your slot that you asked for, you apply for a certain slot. That doesn't mean you're going to get that slot. but I applied for January 1st and January 3rd from 2 in the afternoon till 2 at night. 12-hour session. But you can still apply till tomorrow at 3 p.m. GMT, which is 4 p.m. European time, 10 a.m. Eastern time US. Until then, you can register here to participate. So you have to link your Twitch account, your... I think you also need to give your Discord, your in-game name, and then it will show you a calendar, and you can select 2 slots that you would like to be on, and then you submit it for participation. And then tomorrow, whenever this closes, maybe a day later on the 29th, they will probably post the list which has of the people who have drops on every single of these days. As you can see here, December 30th till January 4th EFT, and January 4th till January 8th EFT Arena. That's why I applied for January 1st and 3rd, which is EFT. I am not going to play Arena. But we'll see. We applied for it. I don't know if we'll get it. People apply for all kind of slots. They will fill up a list with sort of, let's say, 50 or 100 streamers every day who will have drops, maybe a bit more. And they will sort of try to balance that out. It doesn't mean that you're going to get the slot that you asked for. Anyway, we'll leave it at this. A first look, about an hour video, first look at some of the changes on customs, and we went over a few things which will have the most implications of Escape from Tarkov 0.16, which is flea market changes, hideout changes. Obviously, not having a flea market changes the whole structure of the game. Other than that, we'll be around, messing around, getting shot in the back because we don't hear the audio from the guy behind us or something like that. That's the way we go. Hopefully they improve it. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.